It is a very good evening and welcome to Plume Park for the rescheduled round 14 clash between the Central Coast Mariners and St George FC. Yes, you probably noticed straight away something different about a game on a Wednesday night at Central Coast's Plume Park. Yes, it's not Peter Pryor calling, it's Nicholas Kitniak here with you. Peter Pryor is on a, well, let's just say, a very important week off to make sure he's right to go for Saturday after the celebrations of the Mariners winning the A-League Men's Grand Final. They couldn't find another call on the coast because they were celebrating hard, so I'm up here to call what's going to be an intriguing game between these two sides. St George currently in 9th spot on the ladder after a draw last week against Manly 1-1, while the Central Coast Mariners sit in 16th place in the relegation zone. Last week they had a 1-0 loss against Sydney United 58, so very important game today for the Mariners as they start pretty much their halfway point of the year with 15 games to go in the season. Lineup starting off with the Mariners starting 11. Goalkeeper will be Dylan Perage-Cullen in 40. Michael Pelagali is in 2. 4 is Andre Parks. Harry Menem in 5. Jordan Small in 6. Lucas Shakurna is in 8. Lucas Smythe 10. And then it is Naikuru in 11. 12 is Tay Headley. Parker Williams in 34 and Bailey Brantsman in 37. The starting 11 for St George FC. Andrew De Blasio, the goalkeeper, number 1. Troy Danaskos in 3. 5 is Nicholas Calageru. In 6, it's Pat O'Shea. 8 is Connor Quillican. 10, Harry Jones. 11, Anthony Morabito. In 18, it's Mark Rodich. 23, Evan Soros, and 27, Jaden Cito, with 30, Justin Poon. We're nearly right to kick off. Our referee is Logan Jones tonight, and our assistants are Rowan Fisher and Jared Young. It's Plume Park on a Wednesday night, the rescheduled fixture for match day 14. Should be a cracker between these two sides, both desperate for wins for particular reasons. Of course, Mariners to stay away from relegation, and St George for a hope to make it inside the top 6 come the end of match week 30. We are underway. Naikuru will be watching him with a lot of interest today for the Mariners, who are defending right of screen. They've got possession again, the Mariners. Brantman driving himself in, trying to take a shot, does reflect off. Again, another effort that was tamed by Lucas Shakluna. Ball drops back to halfway to Williams, who drops it back to Perage-Cullen. As I said, it's been a very intriguing year for both sides, Mariners, and I suppose this is one of the hard things about the A-League NPL side is when you come back and a lot of players out for various reasons. It does make it hard. While for St George, it's been a very good start in their tenure back in the top flight. And they'll be hoping to continue what is a big build for them for the years to come. So Mellon worked it back inside. The ball on from Lucas Smythe. On by St George, played on from Harry Jones. Didn't do much initially. It's headed by Poon. Goes out for a throw on the near side for the Mariners. Conditions are on the cool side tonight. No fog to speak of yet from where we are in the broadcast area. But funny to note, I was on ground level a couple of moments ago, and it is foggy ground level looking at the near corner for us. That would be the northwestern corner of the stadium. Even on the southwestern side, you do see a bit of fog around, but it's only when you are low to the ground, so it's not that bad to speak of. There's now it's Shakluna who works it on. On this right side, Naikuru will be looking across it back in. Didn't have support, and at the end it's cleared away. Possession now for Soros. Played on from Quilligan. Now it's Calageru. Lays it back. Now Quilligan into the mixer. Good control, and that's a beautiful shot. Harry Jones does it comfortably. 1-0 early here at Plume Park. 2.5 in. And Harry Jones, if you don't mind. again. He teed that up lovely. Just the way it was set up for St George. The ball, Boykin and Jones combining. We're now going to see quite a few of those today. Early goal going the way of St George, and the Mariners once again will have to play from behind. As Brandsman works it back, Shakluna to the right. Palagali utilising Parks, back to Palagali. Parks will have possession again. Shakluna back to Palagali. On that right side, Niakuru. Brandsman works it up the line. Ball does go out for a throw for St George FC. Saints leading this one. Plays it back. Ball from Calagiru. From Poon back to Calagiru. Utilises Di Biasio. Goes to the left. Calagiru trying to win the ball initially. Goes out for a throw for the Mariners, not touching him at all. Drops back and you see Shakluna wants the ball. That'll be the case here. See on the attack. Mariners do stifle it. Headley is taking the challenge. Foul goes his way. Rodic was a little bit too forceful on that, according to our referee Logan Jones. Logan and I following each other at the moment. We're both at Seymour Shore on Saturday afternoon, evening for the encounter between Sutherland and the Wanderers. Both have made our way up the M1, F3, whatever you want to call it nowadays. What's going to be an intriguing contest between the Mariners and St George. Headley has possession down this left side. Ball on from Mellon. Again, it's played on. A chance if he spins around the ball back from Smythe. Let's go back to Shakluna. Shakluna does have possession. Brandsman trying to beat Cito. Cito plays it out, will be a corner on the far side of Plume Park. Will be a corner on that northeastern side of the venue. The outswing at two. Played back, Headley combining with Small, and now Headley again trying to work it into the mix, and Naikuru couldn't win it. St George have it on this right side. Calagiru decides to work it up the middle. Got stopped off initially by Parks. Now Williams goes back. And Palagali going back to Parks. Something to note that we've got a Andre Parks and a Parker Williams. Get confused very easily. As Parks has it. Ball goes back to Rage Cullen. Been an error there. So there has been a change too to the St George lineup. We'll get confirmation on that. Saurus was named, but it's O'Shea on the field aid, and by the looks of it, the ball goes out and will be a goal kick, so we'll get that confirmed. It's always tricky when you do see changes. Initially I thought that may have been a case of numbers that have been swapped. We'll get those confirmed. St George going forward. Again, drops down. Mellum tried to clear it. It was played back by Poon. And the ball on by Jones to Poon. And support. can't utilise it. Now it's Mariners again. Headley working it back.
Unlucky, set again. Half. Second. Too easy.
So Smythe working it down the right side. Nyakuru trying to get onto the end of it, cleared by Danastos. Mariners again. Williams. Ball back inside by Mellon. Small. Again, they're setting up the Mariners. Magali loses possession there in the key moment. Smythe. Ball goes down the right channel. Will be in Parks. Works it back into Williams. Mellon's on his left. Starts to go short to the right again. Parks back to Williams. Rage Cullen. Williams once more. Back to Rage Cullen. He's going to work it up to halfway. There it comes down from Danastos. There's been a change to the St George lineup. Confirmation here as Roddick works it to the right. Both Soros and O'Shea, it looks like, are both on. Does mean that there was a late change before kickoff. Danastos can't get to Kuru. Now it's worked up the line. The opportunity again, worked in by Smythe and over the top. Grantman couldn't get the goal he was looking for. Score remains 1-0. St George lead the Mariners. At the moment, he's probably looking for that one because I reckon he was trying to get that squeezed underneath. He can't fault Smythe trying to work it back inside that moment. Pressure was building from St George. Keeper was caught too, I might add. DiBiasio. Could have been the opening goal for the Mariners. Trailing St George 1-0. Morabito, that actually has been put back to the bench from what we've seen here. That's the change to the lineup. He's now on the left channel. Position for Headley. Headley now will look to work it back inside. Comes back to Shakluna. Ball on from Small. Grantman. That was a great challenge by Danastos. Will be a Mariners ball, but you can see the pressure from St George. Knowing that the job isn't done yet, despite having the lead. 11 gone, or make it 12 now in the first half of this encounter. As I said, so much to play for both sides. St George still trying to mount some form of a chance to make the final six, while the Mariners know what is on line for them to stay in this top flight competition. Ball back from Soros. Now it'll be worked up by DiBiasio. Now it comes down again for Mellon on this right side. Trying to work it back as Shakluna does so. And halfway again, the Mariners. Ball to Parker Williams. Williams utilising the left. Now it's Headley who gets it up to Mellon. Harry, he's going to try to cross it in, played out by Roddick. Be a throw coming the way for the Mariners. So repeating, it's 1-0 St George. Goal scored by Harry Jones. And the ball is thrown in. Mariners again outside the box. Smythe utilised his support. Mellon did cross it in. Does drop back, and St George will have a chance to work it down the right side over the top of Poon. It will go out for a throw for the Mariners. Couldn't find the target. In Connor Quilligan. Connor, of course, who does accidentally have an X after Quilligan that we have seen over the years on the official site when the team was come through. X means he's the star power of the side. That's why he's always got the X. Because the X marks the spot regardless. He's the one that St George do know is very important for them. As the ball goes back to Rage Cullen. The Mariners here. It's been a good couple of minutes. But as I said, the goal is vital for them. They've had pretty much the possession the last 5, I'd say. As it goes to Small, and Small does work it on to the right side. Darley in the middle again, it's Shakluna. Millam's onside, he chested it down, now the flag is up, so he's off by a whisker. Initially I thought it was okay to continue, but the linesman on the far side has got it on the spot. Actually very nice to come out to Plume Park. First time I've had the opportunity to spend some time here at the Central Coast facility. First time I've caught a football game up on the Central Coast. Opportunities to call other sports. Now here's an opportunity. Jones. He goes back to Poom, but there was a challenge that they've called the foul on. I think it was the Jones one initially. Quilligan was also taken down, but the Jones one is what they call. Now it's a chance. About 30 yards from goal. Mariners. Be careful here because Jones can set up good balls. Wonder who'll be standing onto it from the far post. It's worked up high and wide. Couldn't get a header onto it in O'Shea. Hello, O'Shea. The ball does drop back. It's going to go to halfway where Sito has to lay it back. It goes to DiBiasio. He works it up to halfway. And again, Mariners chested down, played out by Saurus. It'll be a throw on that far side. As I said, I've had the chance to, and it actually went past today, the Gosford Racecourse. I've been there before calling the picnic meetings over the years. Been to Wyong for rugby league, but great to finally get the opportunity to come to Plume Park. Obviously, I've been at Central Coast Stadium. Never had the opportunity to call a game there. It's a great venue. Went past there as well today. Have a look. Celebrations would have been going on for days. That ALM victory, doing what has been called the treble. The ball was worked inside. Lincoln can't get to it. It's dropped back to Poon. Poon, is he going to go left here? Or he's going to go right side. The pressure was on, and it was great pressure again from Tay Headley. That name tonight, Headley. Utilising those headlights later on, driving home. So throw to come in from the near side for the Mariners. There's a couple of games going on around the ground. So should note as well, we had a situation where the 20s game may have been moved to another venue at this precinct because there was a situation, the grandstand light wasn't turning on, so we didn't have a light on the western side of the ground. Well, about 5 minutes before the game was going to kick off, the lights were on, and everybody said, well, good to go. So we'll have a corner in the meantime for St George. An interesting couple of minutes here too, when you look at it. Mariners haven't been able to do much with the football. St George, so it will be Aidan O'Shea. He'll take this one. Outswinger. Drops down. Ogeru. It's a low one again, really, when you think about it. Rage Cullen is on it. So 1-0 the score here. Plume Park, St George leading this one. Mariners You're looking to get one back at some point. They have been building. Been very good, St George. As I said, draw last week against Manly. Prior to that, defeated Sutherland 3-1. Prior to that, had a win against Olympic 2-1. So 2 wins and a draw in their last 3 weeks. You also will note as well, prior to that, they had that big defeat against Marconi. Edwin Jones calling the foul, so St George will have a chance here. Edwin wants the ball at the correct point. So adding a word to one of the Mariners players, I think it was Bailey Branton. Kuru was also being spoken to. Now St George players come across. Here's O'Shea from that side. Pack variety. Here's the Pack variety, the Aiden variety rather. Aiden O'Shea. Pat and Aiden in the squad. And we'll see Aiden O'Shea to take it. Works into the area. And goes over the top. Hits the netting in process. It will be a goal kick. Nicholas Kutniak with you for the Wednesday night rescheduled fixture. Yeah, Nicholas Kutniak filling in for Peter Price. A different voice tonight on the coast. Don't worry, I'm only a fill-in. Peter will be back on Saturday night for the big clash too between Mariners and Apia. Remember, Mariners did lose to Apia 3-1 back in round 2, so it's going to be a cracking game. And the situation the Mariners are in, the next couple of weeks are going to be very important. And as the ball is worked across the face by Shakluna. Couldn't do much with it. Millam and eventually drops back for Williams. Will go to his keeper, Parage Cullen. And Millam working it on. Now it's a chance for Headley. Headley steaming, works it on. Naikuru was nearly pushing the challenge by Rodich. At the end, it was all fair game, and DiBiasio was in position to stop it straight away. St George will be looking to build from the back again. Or goes to DiBiasio, who goes up the halfway. Goes out for a throw on that far side. Just looking at the conditions at the moment. He's starting to get a little bit foggy as they start to go up towards the line. And it's one of the things about the fog, of course. It does like to go near light poles, so we will be having that situation during the game. Starting to see a bit of it creeping in from that southeastern side of the grounds. As it goes up to halfway, St George will have possession. Spinning around is Rodich. He'll go to the left channel. Danaskos will cut it back inside. It's a short ball. They're setting up again here, St George. Souris in that left channel will work it back. Ball was towards the post, but again saved. Rage Cullen in position. Quilligan again doing some good work. Good player, Connor Quilligan. Connor Quilligan, who formerly played at Sydney Olympic, Sydney University in Stanmore. His youth career, had some time at uni in Stanmore in the first grade side too. And St George for the last couple of years, and has been playing some good football. Ball goes up over halfway by Parage Cullen. Danaskos headed it down. Mariners can't get to it. Danaskos lobs it up. He's stopped by Shakluna. Shakluna will work it back. O'Garley utilises Parks, and Parks will lay it back to Parage Cullen. Short ball to Parker Williams. Parker Williams again reassessing his options. Will go short back to Parks. Parks a low ball, and again, oh jeez, that was heavy. Parage Cullen will get to it, but Small nearly booted that to his own net. Got to be mindful in that situation. As it comes down, and Smythe can't get to it. Great work, Rodich. He works up the middle. The touch was nice by Jones. Quilligan trying to spin it around. He's Poon. Poon works it back inside. Jones will scuff that. The score remains 1-0 to St George after 23 minutes on the tickety tock here at Plume Park. What a chance. Gone begging for Jones to get his second. If he got it, may have gone into a bit of aqua, getting a bit of Dr. Jones in the process, but won't be doing that for the meantime. That's one of my favourite songs from Aqua. We've got some big songs, but anyway, we go back to the game where we should be focusing, and the Mariners have it. Parks in the middle. Halfway, or spun back. I tell you now, Headley was trying to work it forward, couldn't. Doesn't enable Jones to go to Poon. Poon now tries to cross it inside, but had no support. Really scuffed. And now it's a chance again. It's the Mariners. Nyakuru down the right side. Nyakuru again will look to cross. He's got Brantman in support. He'll have to work it in. Oh, geez, I tell you what, that's gone to Headley, and Headley wasn't ready. Headley did go in the middle, but I don't think it was the right target. He had Nyakuru on him now. He worked it back inside. Kagero, should say, as now it goes back. Taking down the challenge is Shakluna. As now it's Quilligan, who goes down the left side to Aiden O'Shea. He'll look to work it back inside. It was Quilligan the option, but goes back to him. Then he's laid it back. St. George. Pressure building again. As they look for a second. And O'Shea has possession. Pat working it to the left. It's gone to Aiden O'Shea. Back. Again, Soros utilising the support he has in Cito. Now it goes to Rodich. Now it's on the right channel. Calagero, Poon back to Calagero. Calagero working it back. Rodich will be looking for support. It's Cito. Again, Danaskos going back. Cito, Rodich. Rodich, a low ball again. And couldn't get to a Jones. It does enable a chance for Parker Williams. Moves it back inside. Branton spun around. He's got support. Nigeru's in support. Nigeru couldn't utilise. Now it drops down. Again, St. George on this right channel. Nigeru going back. Rodich and then played on from Souris. Damascus, Cito, Rodich. Rodich again, going right side. Nigeru, Rodich, and again Cito. Damascus gets on to the end of it. Souris, too much on that. He was challenged by the Mariners. Foul go their way, I think. If there will be a St. George ball. St. George will now come back to halfway. Comes from Calagero. Rodich working it down the left side. Brantman has it for the Mariners. Brantman outside the box. Brantman looks to lay it back. Eventually does so. O'Garley, Parks, Williams. Left channel, Mellon. Mellon's got support. Does utilise Headley. Have to cut it back inside. He's got Mellon in behind. And Headley goes himself. Mellon again. Headley was calling for it, but not the option. Williams chips it forward. Good chest by Smythe, but again, the target wasn't there, and Shakluna. Nyakuru is now. Quillican, Jones. Jones can't do much with it. A chance gone begging for St. George. Mariners now on the charge. Right side of Plume Park. And Brantman controlled it. Nyakuru won't get to it. It'll be Cito. Cito will try to lay it back. Nyakuru was on him like calamine lotion. It comes back. Laid down by DiBiasio, and it goes out for a Mariners ball. Seeing some of the Marconi players coming through. We've got some matches between Mariners and Marconi. 16s and 18s from memory. They kick off here today too. This game starting at 8:15. But to get the games in, of course, and obviously to get people out here to the venue. Very important on a Wednesday night. That traffic that can happen from Sydney. I'll do that. I went early. Here's the Mariners. Miller. Short ball. Headley. And now it's a chance again for Smythe. Smythe will have to look for support. He's got Rodich on him. Rodich could work. He's going to play it out for a throw. Himself in a good spot to make sure it's only a throw, not a corner. Working the 29th minute here at Plume Park. I don't know what they'll be saying at the moment here. St George coaching staff. It's been a start they'll be happy with, a win, or with a goal I should say, but you know that there's more to be done if they're going to hold the win. As Small works it on. Brantman comes back. He's got support. This possession, Small. Come back to the right side. I'll set up again here. Shakluna's calling for it. Small is forward. Shakluna now going to the left. Headley has it. Headley now, he's got support. Millam's there. He goes himself here, Headley. Headley now just going back for a centre run. Also back to the right side again. He'll have to come back to Shakluna from the small ball, and at the end it drops down for Cito to clear. And now on this left side, Aiden O'Shea trying to lob it forward. Goes out for a throw on that far side. So repeating, it's 1-0 in the favour of the St George Saints. Harry Jones, the goal scorer. After 2.5 minutes at Plume Park it was. He scored the open. Has been even since. Realistically, besides that goal, it's really been a contest that the Mariners have had the chances, just haven't been able to utilise them yet. And that would be the key thing in the next 60 minutes or so for the Mariners to utilise their chances. Mellon now to the left. Headley again. Headley going himself in the meantime. He's got support. It does bounce in position for Smythe. He just couldn't quirl it in. It's still a chance. This time it's home. Headley's there. So much going on that play. There was so much happening. And the Mariners get one back. I don't know where we could start it here because, as I said, the play had so many tentacles to talk about. First, it's Headley, but does cut back inside. He was looking for support. Trying to ball, went back, and then across. Well, he tried the shot, Smythe. It does hit the side, and then bounces back, and Headley's in a great spot, a very good spot to score the goal. But in some regards, a bit plucky because it did bounce off the St George player when it went across to Smythe to have the chance. 1-1 the score after 31 minutes here at Plume. And parity has been restored. And this could well be an interesting 59 minutes on the clock. St George will be looking for a chance. Pelican works it on to Aiden O'Shea. He crosses it in. Oh, Jones had headed it back. Parade Cullen made the save. Could have been 2-1 straight away again. Not to be. There's the Mariners. Brantman now has it. Kuru can't get to it. Danaskos, oh geez, that was a bit shaky, but DiBiasio was able to work it to Danaskos, and then Cito back to Danaskos. Danaskos back to Cito. Cito lobs it towards halfway, does drop down. Mariners will try to get to it here. Small, well, he was going to be the target. Shakluna decided to just do it himself, and he worked it back to Williams. Williams to Parage Cullen. And Parage Cullen now will be looking for support. 1-1 the score, repeating the goal scorer. Tay Headley for the Mariners after Jones scored the opener after 2.5. 31st minute for those playing at home for Headley to score the goal for the Mariners. So, what is going to be achieved here in the next 15 minutes or so before the break? Can the Mariners get the lead? As I said, they've been good enough here. St George, as I said, they've had their chances too, but probably weren't expecting what the Mariners can build in that situation. They've got to be on their game because the Mariners have come out to play. George had the early goal, as I said, but they haven't exactly pulled off here yet. They've still tried to mount their chances as Rodich works it on to Sito. That's not the greatest ball, but still St George have it. As Jones trying to get onto the end of it, played down by Parage Cullen. St George still have it. Down this left side, it's worked on by Souris. Now let's see what he can offer up here to Naskos. Or I should say, in fact, it's going to be worked on by Quillican. There's the ball eventually by Danaskos. Didn't quite work. Danaskos was wide of the mark there when Quillican did use him. Down Quillican. Aidan O'Shea back. The ball up by Danaskos. And it will go out for a goal kick. Parage Cullen. Clean it back to Parage Cullen. It's a low ball again. And it's won by Aidan O'Shea, who works it in. Jones will have to spin it back. He does. And here's a shot. Again saved. He tried his luck there. Pat O'Shea. At the end, not the option he was looking for. Working it down the left side. The throw to be taken by Calagiru. Rodich. Sito. Danaskos. Sito. DiBiasio working it towards halfway. Mariners will try to get it. Quillican. Didn't do much. And that Williams challenge. Pass went back to Williams. Mellum driving forward. He beats Poon. He'll have to cross it in. Oh, Nyakuru nearly brought out the bicycle. Not the case. Aidan O'Shea has it on the left. Aidan again going on to Danaskos. Working it back inside. And drops to Poon. Poon now cuts in, takes a shot, deflects off. Parage Cullen will make the save. So repeating, it's 1-1 between St George and the Mariners. 9 minutes of regulation time, first half here at Plume Park. And the Mariners. Headley losing possession. Poon back and then Quillican. Jones is not in the position to get the ball. Comes back now for Parage Cullen. Looking to set up here. Quillican trying to chip it up. Jones is in position. We'll need to cross it back inside. Quillican. That's a good save again. Wade Cullen has had to do some work today, and he's doing it at the moment. Parks. Williams. Parks. Quillican was on him initially. Rampton coming back for some work. Palagali up the line. Nyakuru. Back is Sito. Nyakuru won't get to it. Sito works it on to Danaskos. Up to halfway. Ball drops down. Can they get a hold of it here? The Saints. It will be in position for Quilligan. Quilligan's got support. Can't utilise it. And the ball does go out. For a moment, he did drop into that saying the Dragons. We say St George many times. You expect the Dragons off the back, and yes, they are my rugby league team, St George Illawarra. There's now the ball is chipped back inside. Cries for handball, not coming. Now work to be done for St George FC. Gary, Roddish, Sito, Danaskos. Working it back in. Quilligan. Jones is there for support. Quilligan decides to go wide. Poon now. He's got Kalagiru behind. Poon goes himself across. That goes to the far side. It's going to be again Aidan O'Shea taken down near the fog. Drops back for Parage Cullen. It goes to halfway. Comes back in position for Roddish. Kalagiru. Owners now have it. Ball played back from Headley. Parks. Shikluna. Miller. Headley's there. It's on to Smythe instead. Smythe. Spinning around. Brantman. Nice touch. Smythe gets onto the end of it. Naikuru has on the right. Naikuru comes back. Small now. A low ball does reflect off. Great stuff by Pat O'Shea. Played on by Jones, and then Aidan O'Shea gets Danaskos in behind. Danaskos trying to get to it. So he takes down Palagali, and that will be a foul going the way of the Mariners. What was going on down that eastern side of Plume Park? 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Score remains 1-1. That's, of course, regulation time to be exact. This game very intriguing between the two. Seen a photo of a blue healer at the NPL. W, I think, game at the time. I don't know what game it is, but didn't see a blue healer there. Seeing photos coming through from Eric Shubiano. There's now Souris has it on the left. He's got support. Does utilise Quilligan, who works it back inside. Here comes St George again. It's towed on to Poon. Poon has got Kalagiru. Poon now going himself again. Works it back in the middle. They've got to reload. Pat O'Shea back to the left. And again, it's Sito, who utilises Danaskos, who goes on to the left channel. O'Shea, and then the shot is over the bar. Quilligan again. Looking for his first, not coming. Score remains here, Bloom Park 1-1. Ball drops back for Poon. He works it back to Roddish, who finds Sito. Danaskos back to Sito. Sito utilising Roddish. Roddish a short ball. Again, Pat O'Shea. And then the ball by Jones. Quilligan too deep for Poon. Mellon comes back for it. Ball goes out for a goal kick. Owners their last month has been intriguing themselves. They've had 3 losses on the trot. Wollongong 5-1 at Sir Ian McClellan at the start of the month. And then they had the loss against Rockdale here 2-1 and 1-0, as I mentioned, against United. They'll have to do a lot of work today, the Mariners, to make sure that people forget what happened over the last month as they try to make sure they're out of the relegation zones. Intriguing what's happening this year, top and bottom. It's been another tough year, the longest season in NPL history. As now it's played back. Smythe, and then we saw a ball from Headley, and then Chicluna going right side. Brantman, he's got support. Brantman, well, Nyakuru just wasn't the option really. Goes out for a goal kick. 2 minutes regulation time here at Plume Park, first half. Nicholas Kutniak with you on Wednesday night football. Football New South Wales YouTube, your favourite website, starting with the word you. Every game live and free in 2024 on YouTube. Nice highlights coming through during the course of the season. Great games coming up. And don't forget the Facebook page where you'll see highlights also filter through. As Nyakuru will, he takes a shot. That's going to go nowhere. He's going to spin back to Headley. Very close. Headley now will try to cut back inside. He works with the Miller. Still in this left channel. And recycle it back. Williams. He will puncher it to Parks. Chicluna now has it. Chicluna going right side. Again, they need to go back to Chicluna. Small was calling for it. Hampton didn't go that option. Chicluna was the call. Goes back to Parks. In their own half, the Mariners. St. George are pressing here for the meantime. As now, it's Williams, and then Headley. And in position for Bellamy. Didn't have the chest down, but still good chance for him to set up here. There's a good ball on. Smythe's onside. He takes a shot. Bounced off the keeper. The whistle was blown here for an offside. The flag did go up afterwards. It would have been a second effort, Smythe, but the flag did go up. Referee Logan Jones saying it was called. Did come through late in the piece, but still the flag was up. Actually be, okay, it wasn't offside. I thought he may have called that. He's actually called the foul to the Mariners. We'll have to look at the incident here. It's because he was pushed off the ball, Mellon. Let's have a look. I thought it could have been maybe an offside call. That wasn't the case. Okay, Mellon was, I suppose there was a trip from Jones, so that's what it was called. There's now Chicluna. He sets it up, far post, comes back. And here's a shot. It's going to go wayward again. Just nothing doing for Brantman. So we're in injury time now, first half. So that's half-time. 1-1 the score between the Mariners and St. George. Goal scorer is repeating. Harry Jones for St. George after 2.5 until Tay Headley scored just beyond the half-an-hour mark. So 1-1 the score between St. George and the Mariners here at Plume Park. Interesting first half. Second half should be just as. We'll break and come back on the other side for the second half here on Football New South Wales on YouTube. Wednesday night footy, the rescheduled clash between the Mariners and St. George. Welcome back to Plume Park. Half-time, it's 1-1 between the Mariners and St George FC. Goal scorers Harry Jones for St George and Tay Headley for the Mariners. It'll be very interesting how the second half does play out between these two sides. Mariners have had the bulk of possession. There's the second half about to start here at Plume. Our referee in charge, Logan Jones, signifies time on. And Pat O'Shea works it back. Ball does go out for a goal kick for Age Cullen. Starting to dip down a little bit the temperature. As for Age Cullen, going to the right side, finds Parks, back inside. Shakluna, it's been turned over. And Aidan O'Shea couldn't do much with it. Now it's on the right, again. Shakluna has it. Going again to Nyakuru. Nyakuru wants to cut back inside. He goes back to Palagali. Palagali, as he plays it out because we've got a man on the deck. So he'll get back up here. Looking flash. Very interesting also to note him being back there in Brantman. Which is a bit of concern. Not just for the Mariners, but also for the young Socceroos. Bailey Brantman was named in that squad recently. Back up, so he'll be okay, but we are concerned. Actually, looking at that lineup, should note a couple of the young fellas from NPL New South Wales that has made this side. Reece Yawley, who we know from the Marconi and Football New South Wales system over the last few years, and Wanderers and the like. He's in that side. And Alex Robertson from the Carfa. We've got a run. Plays for Bulls Academy as well. The former Ranger and Blacktown City Heights. Good to see Anthony Pavasic, who's at Prime Munich at the moment. He spent time at FC and Sydney United 58. Also to note, Miguel DePizio, the Mariners. Spent time here, of course, in the NPL squad. Stelly, who plays at Bulls, previously from Fairfield Hotspurs. Jesse Cameron for the Wanderers. Winston Hills boy. That's Caputo from Melbourne City. I mentioned him because he's a good player to watch, but more importantly, Bailey Brantman from the Mariners, and also Alex Badalato from the Wanderers and Savannah Heights boy. So a couple of those players being announced recently in that youth squad. We're going to play on the ground again. Small. He's back up. So 1-1 here at Plume Park. Conditions, as I said, not too bad. The fog is starting to come through. It's not high fog, so to speak. You can see around the light towers of the venue. The northeastern side and the southeastern side of the grounds. See northwest a little bit, but because we're here on the near side, we're not going to notice it as much. So we'll just see what happens as the game continues. Nyakuru on the right side. Nyakuru making St George think here. He works it inside. Ball back from Brantman. Nyakuru is in the mix-up. Brantman will have to come back for it. Brantman's got a chance. He goes back to Palagali. He goes back to Shakluna. Shakluna again. On halfway, the Mariners. Williams, he's got support. He'll look to work it down the line. He goes himself, then he goes to the left. Menham. Menham couldn't do much with it, trying to win it. It's won by Kaiguru. Again, Kalagiru. And the ball goes out. George will have a chance to look at what they can do here. Slowish start to the second half as opposed to the first couple of minutes of this one. It'll be rinse and repeat. Played in by Headley. Smythe couldn't do much with it. Parks. Garley's on his right. Shakluna's forward, but he goes left to Williams. Williams trying to work it forward. St George nearly winning the spill. It's Jones. Harry Jones working it back, the Jones boy. Eventually goes to Saurus, who's got support on the left. Utilises Danaskos. He cuts it back inside. Brantman lobbed it back in position for Shakluna, and then trying to control it, Smythe. Back to Brantman. He's got Nyakuru on his right. He's got Smythe on his left. Nyakuru's the option. He nearly loses possession, then taken down afterwards. Play does continue for the meantime. St George on the attack. Danaskos, and Brantman wins it. Again, Brantman might go himself here. Decides to work it across the face. Headley, he's in position, Headley. Headley takes a shot. Number 2. Tay Headley makes it 2-1 for the Mariners. Very nice by Tay Headley. Got himself in a lovely position. Brantman won the ball. And I thought for a second that may have not been the right option, the way he went. But still, there's a good chance. Just watching it come through again. The ball went up to halfway. Brantman had support. He was going to go. Nyakuru did so. Nyakuru nearly lost it. And then Danaskos won the challenge. There was Danaskos' challenge that actually was turned back around. Brantman gets it. And then Brantman, I thought he was going to go himself. Didn't go himself. And Headley does get another goal. So it's 2 for him. And the Mariners have got the lead for the first time tonight here at Plume Park. So now the Saints will have to bounce from behind. Poon works it back. Well, might go back to Poon. No, it won't. It'll be cleared away. Williams and Parks have both been good at the back in the last 25 to 30 minutes of this game, as the ball back from Danaskos, Cito, and it's played on from Ronic, and then worked deep by Calagiru. Caligan, who will take the throw. Calagiru, Ronic. Ronic was the man who took down the Mariners player. I think I may have said Quillican, because Quillican was on the inside. Ronic was on the outside. That was in the incident just before the break, as Danaskos goes to the left. And then Aidan O'Shea. And it's played up by Small. Still a chance. St George can't get possession here. Quillican could have been the man, as Smythe was able to use Headley. And Smythe is trying to get onto the end of it. Does so, Smythe. Smythe again trying to work it back. And the foul goes the way of the Mariners. Logan Jones makes the call. The challenge on Smythe. Just been asked the question, have I taken a compass with me? Because I've been mentioning order coordinates. Well, I do my research before a game, Will Gotsis. I got to remember I'm a radio man at heart, and you always mention what side of the ground and all that. So you've got to remember I'm a radio man at heart. So hopefully I am going the right coordinates too. I'm not going L2 to R1 to 7C. Remember those as a kid? The old Gregory's maps. In the meantime, Mariners have possession. Medham works it on and chops back, and at the end the Biasau has it. And those old Gregory's, when you go into various places as a kid, if you're playing in a new ground you haven't been at before, yeah, on the map, you're trying to get the coordinates on there as well. They were difficult back in the day. So the young kids don't understand how good it was at Gregory's, especially when you're in the car waiting for your parents when they said they're stopping over to see somebody for 2 minutes and ends up being 15 minutes and they're chatting outside the car. And then you open up the Gregory's to look at various sporting venues. Always used to look at where Marconi was and how close it was to United and all that. As now the Mariners can't get on to the end of it. It'll be possession for Aidan O'Shea, rather. 2 O'Sheas on the field. The Aidan variety on that situation. Pat wearing the short sleeve shirt too, I might add as well. Long sleeves for Aidan. The ball goes to halfway, Quillican. He works it forward. Aidan O'Shea was in position, but the ball does go back to Parage Cullen. Brantman coming back. Parks spinning around like a carousel. Goes to Williams on the left channel to Menham. Works it deep. And DiBiasio will get to it. I was about to say Parage Cullen, just watching him at the moment. On the left of us, just manning he's on the edge of the 18-yard box, so wants to be forward, probably a little bit more forward compared to what we're seeing of DiBiasio, but he's also now at the D as well. He's trying to call shots. He's going right and left, trying to see where his team can operate as ball goes out for a throw on the far side. Just a note as well, I think you'll be watching on the pitches and you'll be thinking, is that like a snow or is the grass faded or anything? That is definitely the fog that comes through low. It's eerie, isn't it? Because, like, you're looking at a patch of what is white that's really the case here. As I said, on ground level, would be A-OK. As ball drops down, played back. There's DiBiasio who works it forward. Rodic. Aguirre back to Rodic. He's got support. Will go to Cito. Cito now will be looking to lob it forward. He goes back to Rodic. Rodic going right. And the ball on. So a chance now for St George to build here on this one. Hasn't overly been the start of the second half they were looking for. And the opportunity was squandered for the meantime as Brantman works it on. Danaskos casts the challenge. No, Kuru could have been the man. It's now Aidan O'Shea's on a run. Caligari will give away a foul, a card to boot. Caligari, who's tugging on the shirt. The card was given straight away. Now it's time for St George to build. By the way, the benches we have been provided are as follows. Axford, Vigadoy, Spain, Farah, Brown and O'Shea, who was initially going to be the bench but did start, so I would assume that it would be Morabito, the man who would be back on the bench. So that's for St George. Mariners, it's Janovic, Duarte, Tosca, Deng, Galevsky, and Emus is now. No, Kuru works it on. Smythe chips it forward. Brantman now trying to spin himself in position. The shot! He's got a hat-trick! Fantastic, Headley! Fantastic! That's all you can say in what was a messy, scrubby old play. And watching this come through, it's Naya Kuru who cuts back inside. And then Smythe has a shot. Brantman tries to collect it because he knew there was no hope. And then it's in position for Tay Headley. It's a great goal. It is an awesome goal. And I love watching when the Mariners could set something up like that. Naya Kuru, who works it back inside. And, yeah, Smythe had the chip shot. And then I love the way Brantman actually did that because he knew that DiBiasio was going to get to the ball. And I've watched it 3 times now, and I just was like, okay, that's That's a great play. He set that up nicely, Brentman. We have got a fantastic game for you. (3-1), and all 3 goals have come to Tay Headley for the Mariners. Headley Hattie. Might have to change his name to Headley. Headley, I should say, not Headley. Headley. Anyway, in the meantime, we'll be a bit more restrained here. Headley challenged with Rodich. Mariners, well, they can't settle yet. Still a long time to go. St George know what they need to do if they are to come back. Aidan O'Shea. Danaskos now rolling forward. He's on the left here for Aidan O'Shea. Does utilise him. Danaskos crosses it in. Touches up the Mariners. Still a chance, but Poon couldn't get the shot he was looking for. And again, it's stopped off by Parage Cullen. One thing I've been reminded of about the maps back in the day is you see now St George looking to work it forward is the old, you're on page 27, but the map says you have to go to page 369 or something. Like, oh, as I said, the kids will understand that. VHSs, when you're trying to tape Australian Soccer Weekly, as a kid, you don't know if it's going to start at 12 o'clock or 12:15, so you don't know if you tape the show beforehand, which was always like, what was it? Not Boston Legal. What was the other drama before? It's one of those lawyer shows. So St George now. Interesting play here. Danaskos is forward. Sito does go to him. Naikuru has to defend. Danaskos back. Sito forward. And now Souris, and the touch back to Souris by Quilligan. Souris couldn't do much with it. Menham boots it towards halfway. Rodich, right. Lagiru. We're looking to go forward here. Does utilise Quilligan. Punched forward by Williams. Goes out for a throw on the far side. One of the stats coming through from this game about the fact that the Mariners have been 3 shots on target, offering up 3 goals, and St George 5 shots on target for the 1. It is intriguing, though, when you look at that. A breakdown, the Mariners have been more successful setting up plays as now Danaskos, and then the ball on by Aidan O'Shea. Danaskos, yeah, they'll get the foul going their way here, St George. Mariners might not be happy with it, but it is the call. And it's just outside the box by 1.5 millimeters. Working the 63rd minute. It's a Headley hat-trick, and has provided the Mariners the lead in this one. St George's goal was scored by Harry Jones. Harry Jones will be setting this one up. Getting a bit of Jones brilliance. If he scores, we'll call him the doctor. Harry will be looking to set this one up. I just realised Dr. Jones or Dr. Harry, either one does go with it. 3-man ward. Jones works it low. It bounces off the side of the post, and it will go out. He touched the Mariners too, so it will be set up again for St. George. Oh, geez, that was heavy. Calagiru was trying to find Souris, but it was too heavy. Me trying to type in the numbers on a phone. Heavy touch. Score remains 3-1. Mariners lead this one. But again, St George looking to go forward. Quilligan trying his luck. Quilligan works it in position. Tell you what, if he didn't get into a bit of a bumping duel, it would have been a goal for Harry Jones there. Does bump off one of the Mariners players in the process. There's Naikuru, worked it back inside. Does touch off. Sito will be a throw on the near side. 3-1 the score. Mariners lead this one. Talk about a result that's going to change the complex of the season. And this is one. Go through the machinations of this competition shortly. The result, if the result does stay this way, I might add. That's the intriguing thing about football. You never know what's going to happen. The standings, as it shows, Mariners are on 14th spot now. They are ahead of Sutherland on goal difference, both on 10 as the foul goes the way of Aidan O'Shea and St George. Sydney FC are actually in last place on 8 points, so yeah, they don't want to be in the relegation zone, do they? Remember as well, the Mariners do take on Apia on Saturday. It's going to be a harder contest, but if they get this win today, does help slightly. Confidence in that as a substitution being made for the Mariners. Small coming off the field and coming onto the field for the Mariners as he does twist his body around, and that will be in Tosca. And another player coming off is Naikuru, and coming on for him. And we'll wait for him to twist his body around as well, always the way. And that will be in the confirmation on that shortly. That'll be a number change here. The Mariners. Now it's going to be Yemas, in fact. So there you go. Good to see I can read my own highlighting. And this is on the field now for the Mariners. So St George now looking to go forward on the right side. Doesn't help as well when board's not in use for it. Shouldn't use the excuse for my incompetence not reading what's happening. It's Danaskos now on the left side. Danaskos was taking the challenge by Palagali, who's on a card, by the way. Going to be mindful as Palagali now needs to go back. He does. It's played forward once more by Parks. It's up to halfway. Does drop down. Again, St George. With Rodic now working it up. Back in goes Saurus. Now the Saints going forward again. Ball on by Jones. Work has to be done by Saurus. He's not going to get to it. Parker Williams does. Parker Williams now. He's on the left side. Work it up the line. Does touch off the Mariners last, so will be a throw on that far side. Another substitution being made. It's going to be St George this time around to make it. Coming off is Saurus. Coming on, I think, is Mau Farah. Yep, Mau Farah on the field. Remember, a lot of these players were part of the St George team last year. Actually, they were part of City the year prior as well. So a lot to be read out of this game as well. As I said before, going through the ladder, St George are on 9th spot. If they won today, they would have been in 8th position. I say if they do win this game, because you never know. We've still got 22 and a half or 22 minutes of regulation time, so I'm not going to say the win's completely Mariners, especially being a 2-goal margin. But if St George do end up getting the points, they can go to 8th place. Even a draw gets them to 8th, but it would be good to get a win clear of Wollongong. There's a bit of a battle at the moment. It's a 10-point margin from 6th to 9th place. So St George, they are a hope making the 6. They do need to get some wins now going their way, and that's provided Sydney United do drop games. Blacktown City are on 31 points as well in 5th. Does make it very intriguing the back half of the season. We'll go through the games this weekend shortly, but we're going to set up against Chicluna. Now spinning around is Smythe. He goes back to the left side. Ball on from Emus, and now it's again Headley. He goes back to Emus, and he goes back to the right. Shakluna left. Williams will look to go forward here for the Mariners, as now it's worked by Headley and Menham. Trying to work it back inside, but couldn't. Will be a St George ball, working the 70th minute in this one. Games coming up. NPL Men's New South Wales. Friday night football. Manly and Sydney FC will do battle. Eric Shubiano will be calling that one. And the weekend's matches, take note, Wanderers and Hills will be a 3 p.m. kickoff. 3 p.m. kickoff on Saturday. Mariners will play Apia at 5 p.m. here. Spirit plays Sutherland at 5:30. Marconi Rockdale at 7 p.m. St George City and Sydney Olympic, they'll do battle at 7:15. And Blacktown City is now, we see the Mariners going forward. He's taken down. I'll tell you what, this is interesting. St George are going forward, and the Mariners there made the tackle. It was done by Parks. And it will be a penalty going the way of St George. Very intriguing. It's rattling off what was happening on the weekend, and looking at the challenge, yeah, it was in the box, and the right call's been made. Spoon gets up gingerly. As now we're seeing, well, Brantman's been making some noise. The linesman on the far side coming in. Interesting what does happen out of that. Logan Jones, our main referee, our officials of Rowan Fisher and Jared Young. Shakluna being told by Logan Jones the situation. Now it's the Nascos to make it 3-2. Chance for St George to make it 3-2. Rage Cullen there. So Danascos makes it 3-2. And this game gets very interesting again. 18 minutes of regulation time. It's 3-2. Now we've seen another subs, or another couple of subs for St George. So Poon off the field, same as Harry Jones. St George, as I said, made 2 changes to their lineup. On the field is Spain. Those players will be watching with a lot of interest what he can do. And also on the field is Morabito. They're the 2 changes as now Mariners looking for a chance. Here's the shot. I'll tell you what, Shakluna was close. Now Menham! Now it hits the wrong side of the netting, but did touch off St George. And it will be a corner on the far side. Mariners will make 2 changes. Coming onto the field will be Kazewski and Duarte. So they do make those subs. Seem ready to go, but they're going to take the corner first. Corner comes in. Brantman, can he get onto the end of it? Yes, he can. Brantman now works his way into the area. Brantman has to cut back inside. A low ball. And DiBiasio makes the save. There's a worm burner mungle finger breaker up country pumpkin right there. There's now St George. With Sito back. far side. So now they'll make the subs, I think, the Mariners, or we're going to first do the throw. We are working this out. It looks like coming off will be Lucas Smythe. Smythe will come off the field by the looks of it. So they'll make at least one. Now it's two because Headley's coming off. Headley, a great night, a hat-trick. And his night is over after 75 minutes. But a very good performance. My man that will be proud of what he was able to achieve tonight. Well, you're part of the Mariners system. Birthday earlier this month, turning 18. Now St George will be looking to once again go forward. Hope you're enjoying this one. Football New South Wales YouTube. Danaskos rolling forward again. Danaskos. He crowds it back inside. And at the end couldn't find the target. He's on the ground. Morabito by the looks of it. Mariners will get the board. There's a bit of spice in this one. Just saw Morabito. Jeez, he took a heavy collision on that. 14 minutes of regulation time here at Plume Park. Mariners now coming to halfway. 3-2. So much work needs to be done here for either side. It's not over yet. So now Farah goes back. Oh boy. Ball from DiBiasio and goes out for a throw on the far side. The foul goes the way of St George. Sito going right. Danaskos will be calling for it. They won't go down this left side for the moment, though he's got a lot of space here. They want to use him. Now they've gone forward again. Ball back from Spain. Might be going back to this left side. You can see him now with Sito looking to Danaskos. Big D has it. Huge ball on. And then it's delivered by Pareich Cullen to halfway. Sito wants to come back. He does. Now it's Caligiero. And trying to go forward again is Quillican. He couldn't. And now it's the Mariners again. So coming back is Irmis. We saw Zevsky calling for it on the right before. They didn't go for him. Now it's Pareich Cullen utilising Parks, who goes up. Brantman back to Parks. Brantman again. Parks is in behind, but he goes back inside to Irmis. Now he goes right side to Gali. He goes back and the ball from Parks. It's headed down by Brantman. Now cutting back inside is Kasevsky. Works across the face. Now a chance for Menem. It has to be cleared. And eventually it will be by St George, but it's not the biggest clearance in the world. I said it was Menem. In fact, it was Tosca on that left side who made the challenge. Menem, of course, back now on halfway. It's expecting Menem to be there because he has been quite a bit during the contest. It's Tosca on that left side. There's Menem now going for the run on this occasion. St George coming up to halfway. Spain can't get to it, goes out for a throw on the far side. Farah to halfway. Kasevsky. Well, it was low, but it was never going to reach the goal hole. Just watching it crawl and crawl and crawl. Sasha Kasevsky was trying his best. Did touch off St. George. DiBiasio, it was rolling down. There was not much doing. Just had the 1050s on it. And it was just, talk about knocking down every worm in the process. That's what it was doing. So now, Shakluna. Corner taken. Head of the way by Quillican. Brantman. Won by Danaskos. Comes back. Irmus. And then the ball on from Palagali. Williams. Now Parayich Cullen. This right side, it's Parks. Danaskos on the left. Pat O'Shea, Aidan O'Shea. Danaskos now on this left side. Cleared away. Irmus, good work. Inside the last 9 minutes of regulation time. Pat O'Shea. Referee says take it again. So Danaskos will have to take it again. Megan Jones making the call. Here Plume Park, who's now. Quillican back. Rodic. All crossed in, headed by Spain. Well, here we go. What about this? Isn't this the cat amongst the pigeons? Another penalty has been called. Logan Jones saw the indiscretion. Must have been a handball. We're going to have a look how it happened. I've got the feeling, yeah, it must have been when the bodies were in the way when it did happen. This comes in. Oh, okay. So it's touched the Mariners player there in defence. That's in Parks. Yeah, okay. Call made by Logan Jones. Going to handle that one. It's going to be 3-3 here if Spain gets it. It will be Spain to take it, not Danaskos, who took the previous one. Very interesting. Mariners fans saying, I want you to kick it over the fence. Well, we'll see what he does here. And Parayich Cullen make the save here. Listen to the fans in the background. Straight down the middle. Spain has made it 3-3. So haven't we got a game in the next 7 minutes of regulation time? It's gone back to parity for the second time today. Goals scored by Tay Headley, a hat-trick for the Mariners. Jones, Danaskos, Spain, the goal scorers for the Mariners. They'll roll forward and Danaskos heads it down. Here come St. George once again. Aidan O'Shea, and then the ball on by Quillican. And it's touch off the Mariners, and I dare say 2 goals, always a dangerous margin in football. There's Danaskos who'll take the throw, and Quillican will be looking to go back. Crosses it in. Spain was there, but the Mariners able to clear. It was Parks on that occasion. Comes towards halfway. Sito heads it. Maufara heads it again. Spain, chest. He tries to work it back. Maufara's there. Has a shot himself, but it goes wayward. 3-3, still the score. 6 minutes of regulation time here. And isn't this very intriguing? So Now the Mariners coming back to the right side. It's near halfway. Oh boy. Zito, a challenge on him. Yellow card about to be shown. And it is shown to Duarte. Card to him. Gully's on a card as well, I should note as well. 3-3. St George, if they get this, remember we've had 2 penalty goals to the boot for St George here at Plume Park. Well, it's been a cool evening, but we are seeing a lot of heated football on the pitch. Been a good game. Mariners and St George here at Plume. Reminder, on Saturday night, Mariners play Apia here at 5 p.m. The twilight game as the Mariners have possession. Menham. Ball goes to Tosca. Brantman. Oh, he's in position to get to a DiBiasio. Made the save. So this, very interesting. Now the live ladder, we'll get back to it here because the ladder does see the Mariners back to 15th. But for and against is going to help them. Not that means much of the goal difference. They're on 8 points alongside Sydney FC, so a win is a must. Sutherland are on 10 points at the moment, clear by 2. Really don't want the Mariners to win today, to be honest. Sutherland. There's a change for St George. Aidan O'Shea comes off. And coming onto the field as he twists his body, hopefully. There he is. That is in Thomas Brown. So B-R-O-W-N on the field now. You can tell I'm a bit of a Rex Hunt fan when you hear some of those lines. Throw taken. Brown back. DiBiasio. Gali's chipped it forward. Oh, the challenge here. We'll see a foul go the way of the Mariners. And a card to Rodic. Get back up into Arte, but oh, the foul here. And this is tasty again for the Mariners. So here at Plume Park, 2.5 of regulation time here. About to see this set piece. It's a 5-man wall for St George. And who will take this? Brantman's there alongside Kaszewski, I should say. Brantman will take it now, I reckon. Kaszewski, in fact, no, Brantman. There you go, Brantman takes it, bounces off the wall, will be a corner. Well, there you go. They're trying to work out who's going to take it. They fooled everybody. Tell you what, you wouldn't mind seeing them help you out in a couple of times of need. They're trying to work out what's going to happen next, like that, because you don't know what's going to happen unless you're on the same team. You go, okay, good plan. They can fool anybody. Okay. Shikluna will be an outswinger. Comes down to Warte, bounces off. Was the handball a call? It's not going to be called. Fans are screaming, shouting. It won't happen, and the red card's going to be given. Holy Toledo. He's told to go. He can't believe it. Kasevsky's given it to. Shakluna's trying to have a chat to Logan Jones. Shakluna, and he's being told, just go. Logan's telling him, go, go, go. Fans are not happy. Fans are not happy. Logan Jones has told him to go. And he's taking a long time. And we're about to see the board come up. How long have we got here? As Kasevsky's now having a word to the fourth official. Well, the call was made, and the carry-on, I suppose you don't need the carry-on, but we've seen it every which way here. Logan's made the call, and then the carry-on. And we've got 4 minutes to go, and the Mariners are down a man, so they'll be just hanging on for dear life. That tightrope is getting tighter and tighter. Danaskos works it in. The header, not there. Well, Quilligan today could not buy a goal, even if he had $2,000 on the spot. He'd be denied by the banker for some reason. Just hasn't been able to get the goal. Parayich Cullen. As I said, the Mariners, that tightrope is getting slipperier and slipperier and slippery. There's now Brantman. Can he get it? Brantman will cut back inside. A chance here. It's a short ball that's not going to find Duarte. Now they'll have to come back. Going forward is Spain. He's not going to win the ball. Parayich Cullen, good work. Williams. Taken down the challenge. Foul called. Now Farah gives away the foul. Referee says, no, we've got to go back to the spot. Talk about time wasting in this one. Well, isn't this one of those games? Everything has happened. Well, nearly everything. We haven't had a late finish winner yet. That probably will happen. We'll see a late winner, but for who will it be? Will it be the yellow or will it be the red? We'll find out in the next 3.5. All comes down to Duarte, can't do much. Gali just chipped it away, and at the end it will go down to DiBiasio. St. George now have the running. Will be Danaskos' wing they'll go to. Sito's there, who's got possession. Danaskos. Now he's got Quilligan on his left. He decides to chip it forward to Spain. Spain can't control. And now Palagali worked it back. Irmus now utilises Shakluna. Now it's on this left side. Menem now. Tripping himself nearly. He goes himself, then taken down. Foul's called to the Mariners. Well, talk about late drama. More twists and turns than a Stingers thriller. As the ball comes back on forward from Williams, too much petroleum. Well, as Bill Laurie would say, it's all happening. The tension, the drama, the buzz here at Bloom Park. There's now St. George with Danaskos on the left side. Spain won't get to it, but it's going to drop back for Quilligan. Chips it in. Spain, can he control? It's cleared away, and that's great stuff by Palagali. I know it drops back for Danaskos, but he's got no hope to get the goal he was looking for there. Well, there's going to be a sub late in the game. Ding will come on. Will he be the man to get something going for the Mariners? Palagali is off. That's the sub. Talk about a game that's had so much. Oh, it's still going. It's 10-10 local. Ball goes over halfway. It will be a throw going the way of the Mariners, to be taken by Brantman. No time to waste now. Ball goes back to Brantman. Brantman back. Will the chance open up? Ding. Danaskos heads it back. Quilligan couldn't do much. Ding. Punches it forward. Menem can't find Tosca. Ball is up. Logan James might blow the whistle here. Mariners might have one last roll of the dice. Shakluna goes right. It's chested down by Brantman. Brantman now trying to feed it forward. No. And St George are going to get the draw. It's going to be a draw here unless something can happen. Morabito. Spain is taken down. Spain continues. Spain, he'll have to cross it in. He does so. It's too much. Parage Cullen's got it. That will be the last moment, surely. We're watching Logan Jones. He looks at the watch. Logan Jones. Whistle is not at the mouth yet. Ball drops down. Tosca can't win it. Ding. Ball drops down. Shakluna works it right. Brantman. Foul goes the way of the Mariners. Oh, no. Oh, you couldn't write the script. You couldn't write the script. Shakluna, is he going to take it? Oh, we've had what? Now this is the 7th minute of injury time according to the clock on screen. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Has to be taken. 4-man wall. Brantman's going to be the man. Brantman has to swing it in. It will be Shakluna. Shakluna rolls around. Now Brantman going left. And Dan will get his head on it. That's the game. 3-3. What an amazing ending. It may have been a draw, but it had more drama than you've ever seen, and that's why NPL New South Wales is the best in this country. Tay Headley, a hat-trick for the Mariners. St George, their goals, Danaskos, Spain and Jones. 3-3. Whew. Let's breathe. Let's breathe. Let's just breathe and just realise what we saw today. 3-3 the score. And this is how the ladder sits. Rockdale lead the comp on 38 points to Arpia's 37. Wanderers 34, equal to Marconi. Blacktown 31, Sydney United 58-30. That's the top 6. City on 27, St George. Then it's St George Saints on 21. Wollongong on 9th on 20 points. Olympic 19. Then it's Manly on 11th on 17. Spirit in 12th on 15 points, equal to Hills. Sutherland in 14th on 10. Then it's the Mariners on 8 points in 15th, just ahead on goal difference to Sydney FC. Fixture coming into this weekend. Manly, Sydney FC, Friday night under lights at 7:30 at Cromer Park. Wanderers Hills, 3 p.m. Saturday at Wanderers Football Park. Mariners and Apia here at Plume at 5 p.m. Spirit, Sutherland, 5:30. Going to be a cracker. Marconi, Rockdale, 7 p.m. St George City Olympic, 7:15. Blacktown City, St George FC, 3 p.m. Sunday. Wollongong and Sydney United 58, 3 p.m. on Sunday as well. So they're the games coming up. Big couple of weeks for Mariners. As I said, they play Apia. Then it is Hills away, Wanderers away as well, a midweek game. And then Mariners here against FC. And then it's against Manly and Spirit. That's their June. And for St George, it's Blacktown away. Then it's FC away. St George will play Rockdale at home. St George will play City at home. And then they play United away. At Apia, they'll play away as well. That's their month coming up. Hope you've enjoyed it. 3-3 the score. We'll catch you again. I'll be at Poppendetta Park on Saturday night for Raiders and Rangers in League One. On behalf of myself and the team here on Football New South Wales on YouTube, have a good evening. We'll chat to you soon on Football New South Wales NPL Action in 24.